Gentlemen, this is the ultimate showdown. The bonus show match concludes here with this game number 3. Spawning in the top right corner of the map, currently tied up 1-1 with his opponent. It's the orange Zerg player, Moosegills. His opponent in the bottom left, from Complexity, his teammate, the light blue Zerg player, Hendralisk. So, Daybreak, like, what the fuck? This isn't in the map pool. Well, I fucked up with the first 2 maps so badly, I just said, you know what, you guys name any map in the map, any season, any map, we'll play on it. And Moosegills shouted out Daybreak before Hendralisk could say anything, so that's why we ended up here on Daybreak. So, a bit of a throwback, to say the least. For those who don't know this map, this was one of the most popular maps. This was pretty much like the go-to map. This was the map nobody vetoed and everyone played. And of course, that sort of transitioned into Belshire Vestige, which has now become Frost. And as far as like the common maps go, anyways, I don't know what Moosegills has planned for this. If there's anything, or if you just want to pick a silly map and see if I was willing to make it, which I was. And I actually had a map intro for, because again, this was one of the first maps we ever tried to do introductions for. But man, it's been a long time since we've been here in Daybreak. Not since Wings of Liberty, basically. But you know, we've seen some pretty cool fun maps. We had Cloud Kingdom re-emerge through Red Bull. We've had that in a couple of our show matches. They've been pretty interesting and fun to watch. And, you know, while the map itself is different, I don't think the builds are going to change too much either. One of the biggest things about ZvZ right now is, like, whether it's mutas, with roaches, zerglings, it's all played out the same way. There's no positional engagement that you can abuse a map for. Whereas, like, let's rewind for a second to think about Polar Knight. There's a lot of ways to abuse that map in different positions, especially if you're a Terran, if you're a Protoss. It's not going to change a lot here for Daybreak. But, again, we had a couple subs there the day, and I want to remind you all, thank you first off in advance for those that did sub, or not in advance, I guess in retrospect. But, you know, even the odd replays, even the odd bonus show match we're having right now, I have no problem handing out to our subs. So I do hope you guys will enjoy it, and I do hope you'll be able to get some good use and learn from these players, because we had a lot of really good players today. I mean, the first series, the second series, okay, they were both a little one-sided, granted, but the series with Puck and Jim Rising, this series with Moosegills and Hendralisk, it couldn't be better or more fun, in my opinion, and I hope you guys will get some value out of this. Oh man, someone named 250-word essay. First off, I hate your name. But secondly, bringing up Antigua Shipyard, that's an oldie. Oh my goodness, Antigua Shipyard was... I hated it, quite frankly. Wings of Liberty, blink all-ins? I'm a Terran player? Have mercy on my soul, please. But as far as what's happening in this game, both players have opened up very similar gas timings, right around the same mark. Moosegills is a little bit faster. But... you know, we haven't really seen that Zergling aggression out of these guys. It's been pretty much roaches, more roaches. And it's worth noting, by the way, we grabbed both of these guys last moment. So while we wait for this to slowly open up, to tell the tale of the bonus show match, I was given the wrong countries for the players from IVD that I had set up for this. It turns out I did actually have a Canadian. No Regret is Canadian. It's Fog that was American, but I had those mixed up for the show match. So I feel a little bit foolish in that regard, because the person who told me all this stuff was wrong, and I should have Googled it to look it up, but you know, I was like, Hendralisk, I need an actual Canadian. You want to play a show match versus somebody? And he's like, I don't know when, like right now. I said no, after this match was finished. Why didn't I play the sound? Whatever. That was First Blood. Anyways, so Hendralisk was pretty cool. He said, sure, let me find somebody. He grabbed Moosegills, and I'm really glad he found a talented player, not some random, like, I don't know, little Masters player he would stomp or something. So, really nice that we could get these guys together for this bonus show match. So we had 4 matches in total, all North American, by the way. No Koreans, no Europeans, no Chineses, no nothings. And I realized that I said that, it sounded a little bit racist, and I apologize, but it was nice to get a North American show match going here, because I know people have been asking for it for a while. I know we've been dumping a lot of money in the European scene, but hold that thought for now, because Moosegills did cut workers, guys, at this larva inject to send these links across the map. We may get this Zergling aggression that Rifkin has been yearning for. But Hendralisk has his own baneling nest on the way. He cancels the gases he was hoping to take for this layer, perhaps thinking Mutalisk, but knowing for the time being not a reality, as the Overlord did see these links coming across the map. This other drone, by the way, I love that he put this forward for the Spine Crawler, because this first evolution chamber might just end up going down. But he's got to get his own banelings underway. He's waiting for that nest to complete, and it's so close to being here, but not quite. This Spine Crawler is sure to fall, and he's going to have to get these lings here. But with the banelings, oh god, those glowing butts moving forward, Hendralisk may be in a bit of trouble. He darts his Zerglings back. He's going to try and ban with some hits, but Moosegills isn't falling for it. Actually, he is. Never mind, I take it back. His own banelings are morphing in, but will they be done in time? He only needs one good one. But you know what? Take that all back. He actually holds. The second Spine Crawler did finish just in the nick of time, and now he's ready to apply a bit of a counterattack. For Moosegills, also now moving on to his own layer tech, going into Extractor, is going to take gases. I think we're going to see some Mutalisks most likely come out of this guy. Over here to the right, Hendralisk. Okay, there we go. He takes his own 4th gas, but he didn't retake the gas itself. So his Spire's been taken or started, but he doesn't have a lot of gas behind this, which is a little bit worrisome. He gets a big attack off on the other side of the map, and that Baneling hit was not too bad out of Moosegills. But Hendralisk, he's not going to get to finish too much more of this. Could have more Banelings on this out. Spinecrawler still lives, and Moosegills will live to see another day. So Baneling aggression, Zergling aggression thwarted by both players. Hendralisk doesn't have a lot. Can we get a Tony? Can we get Rifkin to do Tony the Tiger? They're great! I don't know, it's the closest you're gonna get. But okay. Spire for Spire. A couple Baneling connects go off on the side of the map. I should have been watching. I was looking at the Spires instead because I'm a fool. You guys distracted me, and I blame every single one of you. But it's worth noting, Moosegills doesn't have a lot of drones behind this. He's just now droning up to catch up, and with 7 about to hatch, he'll take a small lead. But Hendralisk has been on a discernible drone lead for quite a bit of time here. And as we go into the Mutalisk count, 2 things are going to come into big factor. One is going to be the gases. These really heavily influence the Mutalisks. Hendralisk just made 6. Moosegills will be able to make about maybe 6 as well once this thing finishes. He spent a little bit more on Banelings than Hendralisk did. On top of this, more importantly, then comes the 3rd base. You know, we've seen Mutalisk versus Mutalisk wars, and a lot of the times it's like the first player to lose a Mutalisk ends up losing the game. But if you can't pick off a Mutalisk, another thing you can do to get ahead is take extra gases, get your base up sooner. And if Moosegills, who's currently going to be behind in Mutalisk count for sure, can't kill any of that of Hendralisks, he will certainly have to go and rely on this 3rd. Now, with this being up so much earlier, it presents a bit of a threat. Hendralisk's going to rush across the map with a couple links to scout this and confirm it, but most likely commit to trying to kill it in a moment's time. Moosegills as well, not only is he going to be down in Mutalisk count, like actual numbers, he's opting to go for Carapace upgrades, which means 1 less Mutalisk for the time being. That gas devoted to the upgrade, not going to cost him the game, I don't think. Spore Crawlers can be placed down, and you can deal with lower amounts of Mutalisks, but once these start snowballing up to that 20 count, that 30 count, that's when a lot of this is going to come into effect. And Hendralisk, well, he's going to need that Carapace upgrade eventually, as it does play a large factor into the way Glaive Worms bounce, but oh man, these Banelings look so beautiful, so glowy, so bright. Anyways, it's 5-9. Bottom line, these Mutalisks cannot fight Hendralisk. If they do, he's going to lose Mutalisks. And Hendralisk is actually going to try and catch a couple of these. Good start to this fight, picks off 1. And that alone is kind of devastating to consider. But over here on the left side of the map, we got Banelings ready to zone out this 3rd base, which is it's late, unfortunately. But it's not delayed. I'm surprised Hendralisk didn't go for the 3rd, but looks like he's looking to win the ground fight, so he can just go with full forces by the looks of it. My best guess. Yeah, 2 Zerglings not going to be an issue. But the rest of the Zerglings, they're speeding across the map, and they need to kill this base. Moosegills is going to have a pretty nice gas advantage, and this is what's going to equalize the Mutalisk forces. But I think recognizing he can't kill the base, he just goes for the drone kills for the time being instead. And this is not a bad constellation prize at all. But still, Mutalisk count at the moment, kind of equalizing 13-10. Still can't really fight Hendralisk head on yet, but doesn't need to. He's got that 3rd base up, and he knows Hendralisk is the one who's going to feel like he's behind, even though technically he's not. And we've seen just about every aspect of this matchup, by the way. We had Roach versus Roach, we got some Zerglings versus some Zerglings, and now we got Mutas versus Mutas. Please, guys, don't do Swarmers versus Swarmers. Please, 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 I beg you. But okay, the Wear Weapon upgrade's going to be started here. Again, Moosegills upgrades are a little bit better than that of Hendralisk, and that's what kind of cost him these Mutalisks in the early game. But even if you got upgraded advantages, 18 Mutalisks over 13 just simply went out. There are some Spore Crawlers down, and it's worth noting, guys, Spore Crawlers do 3-shot a Mutalisk. But, again, it's not, if you get enough Mutalisks, you just kind of walk in and start like 1-2-shotting these Spore Crawlers before they become an issue. So 1 or 2 will help for the time being, and if you force a fight above them, you're going to win that fight. Spore Crawlers are insane. You know, we see Spine Crawlers kind of mildly influence Roach fights, but Spore Crawlers can make or break Mutalisk wars. Still looking to get some action here in the middle of the map. Unfortunately, Moosegills does have some Zerglings roaming out of his zone as well, so Hendralisk can't quite just go across and kill that 3rd like he's been trying to do. And there's even a Spore Crawler here and a Spine Crawler to keep this from going down for free. But the Mutalisk count still snowballing pretty nicely for Hendralisk. At this point, Moosegills, it's almost worth discontinuing your Mutalisk production and trying to swap either into Roaches and Hydras or maybe even Infestors, because even though he'll be on 1-1, it's 24-16, and Hendralisk just has too many Mutalisks to deal with. Assuming they both make the same amount and they've got the same production for the rest of the game, Hendralisk hits 200 first, he pushes, he wins. But some Zerglings try and catch in the middle of the map. Actually, the Mutalisk a little bit distracted by this. Leave this third base open and exposed. Now, not trying to find top of the Spore Crawler, but picks off an Overlord or two. Perhaps could have gone for the Extractor here on the bottom end. There's no coverage of that from that Spore Crawler. 31 Mutas to 22, still the count. And those Lings not only killed the Queen in the main, they actually got a couple of drone kills as well. Not a whole lot, though, but still a nice amount. Hendralisk now has a very nice drone lead on 3 bases to 3 bases. Going to opt to take his 4th here in the middle of the map. And he's trying to bait out these Mutalisks. He doesn't know that he's got the lead, and it's not by much, but still it's 33-27. And he almost killed that hatchery. I think he's going to try and hope that the Zerglings finish the job as he keeps maneuvering around the middle of the map with these Mutas. But some Zerglings do get up here to the main, and they're going to get some drone kills. The Mutals are busy in the middle of the map. They can't quite respond, and if they do, they open another sort of opening here. Queen going to go down here towards... Actually, maybe not. The Spinecrawler is going to guard it, but the hatchery should die to the Mutals this time. And just going to get a very nice lead in this game. Now with 4 bases, and his opponent down to 2. This is not looking too good for Moosegills. But again, all it takes is one bad engagement over a Spore Crawler. One fungal growth. I always thought Mutalisk Wars were the lamest things ever and would always go like in the favor of who just got one Mutalisk out a little bit sooner, but there was a game not too long ago of, I want to say Kane versus Scarlet. It was for Red Bull. I want to say Red Bull? I can't even remember at this point. But I like referencing it because Kane had lost his entire Mutalisk flock to Scarlet, but still won that game because he managed a fungal growth on top of Spore Crawlers. At any rate, this is not going to go well. Fighting on top of the Queen, no less. Some Transfuse is going to go down, and while the Zerglings might kill the hatchery, the Mutalisk are going to win out this air fight in such a big way. 33-16, snowballing out of control. GG is going to be called, and Hendralisk will be your victor. Be the only Zerg player to win a match today, but he takes it in a best of 3 on Moosegills map pick. So I'm going to try and grab these guys for a quick interview here real quick before we wrap up everything, guys. Let me go unmute this stuff. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hi. Hi. Oh, Moosegills, you played the Muta game, man. It's dangerous to do.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Hendralisk.
Wow.
Dude, so you just beat Eminem. How does it feel right now?
Well,
He must feel like a rap god right now.
yeah, his posse is gonna go after me though.
Right? No, thank you guys both, by the way, for playing this sort of like last minute show match. I know it was like short and sweet, and maybe you guys cared or not, but yeah, it was really nice to get you guys both involved. So thanks both of you for playing. Of course, extra congrats to Henry for winning.
Not a problem.
Thank you for inviting us. Yeah, it was nice.
You know, if Moosegills, if you had won, you have to consider though what scary power that would have wielded. Because if you could beat Hendralisk, who could beat Scarlet through process of like assimilation, you would be the best Zerg player ever.
Basically the best in the world, so I don't know if I want that kind of weight on my shoulders right now. So.
Right? Like, what's that Spider-Man shit? Like, great power, great responsibility? Like, fuck that.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, I did him a favor.
my body is not ready for that.
you did him a favor. Get out of here, Mr. Ego.
His body's not ready. You heard it here first.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep it short because I've been casting all day, guys. So, thanks for both for playing. Congrats to Henry. You, Moosegills, you want to tell these people where they can find out more about you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Cole_Moosegills, and then on Twitch, twitch.tv/Moosegills.
Cool. Respect, by the way, because he did play that series out pretty well, I gotta say. I gotta be honest with you, because I kind of built you up in game 1, but I still thought this was gonna be like a very Hendralisk heavy-sided series, as I do watch him all the time, so I mean, in fairness, I was biased, but no, good job taking it to game 3. Henry, I know everyone just heard from you not too long ago after your WCS match, but you want to give your own shout-outs here real quick?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, I'm actually streaming a lot recently, so if you want to check out my stream, it's at twitch.tv/Hendralisk with an underscore. I think it's pretty informative if you're a Zerg player especially, so make sure to check that out. And you can follow me on Twitter at co_Hendralisk. You can follow Complexity Gaming at Complexity Gaming.
Wow.
This fell apart very quickly. My team is awesome. I love that.
No, they're pretty nice.
All right, thanks again,
Can't
guys,
wait
for both
about
you for playing, and have a wonderful evening, you two.
You too. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, take care, dudes.